Good morning, children. So let's continue. 10.4 Standard Units of Measurements. In ancient times, the length of a foot, the width of a finger, and the distance of a step were commonly used as different units of measurements. So in ancient time, what we used to have? How do we used to measure the length? We used to measure the length with the help of foot. Okay, width of a finger, and also the distance between the steps. The people of the Indus Valley's civilization must have used very good measurements of length because we see evidence in excavations of perfectly geometrical constructions. So the constructions which are made, they are perfectly geometrical made. It means they knew how to do the measurements, right? A cubit. So what is cubit? A cubit as the length from the elbow to the finger tips was used in ancient Egypt and was also accepted as a unit of length in another parts of the world. So this is the length cubit. So how is the cubit? What happened in the cubit? In the cubit, the length is from the elbow, okay, to the fingertips, right, and was used in ancient Egypt, right, and this was accepted as the unit of length in other parts of the world also, right. People also used the foot as the unit of length in different parts of the world. The length of the foot used varied slightly from region to region, okay, because length of the foot, of course, it depends on person to person. People measured a yard. This is again important. People measured a yard of cloth by distance. What is the yard of cloth? What is the distance? Distance between the end of the outstretched arm and their chin. So from chin to this outstretched arm to the fingers, it's the 1 yard. And Romans measured with their pace or steps. Okay, how did Roman measure? They measured with the pace, with their pace or steps, 1 step, 2 step, like this. In ancient India, small length measurement were used as an angul, okay, that 4 fingers, one, or mutti or fist. Even today, we see flower sellers using their forearms as a unit of length for garlands in many towns of India. Many such body parts continue to be in use as unit of length when convenient. However, everyone's body parts could be slightly different sizes. This must have caused confusion in measurement, because if you are measuring with your body parts, everybody's body parts is different, so of course the answers will be different. So initially there must be some confusions in measurement. In 1719, the French created a standard unit of measurement called metric system. Who created the standard unit of measurement? Who created the standard unit of measurement? French created a standard unit of measurement. And what is the measurement called as? Metric system. Please underline. French created standard unit of measurement called the metric system. And when did they create? In 1790. Okay. For the sake of uniformity, scientists all over the world have accepted a set of standard units of measurement. The system of units now used is known as International Units of Units. So what is the full form of SI system? It is International Systems of Unit, that is SI unit. The SI unit of length is a meter. What is the SI unit for a length? The SI unit of a length is a meter. A meter scale is shown in figure 10.6. And also what is 15 centimeter scale in your geometry box. Okay. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions called centimeters, and each centimeter has 10 equal divisions called millimeter. So 1 meter is 100 centimeter and 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. Okay. So for measuring large distances, meter is not a convenient unit. We define a larger unit of length and it is called kilometer. Okay. So when we have to measure the long distance, then we can't measure in meter. We'll have to measure in a bigger unit, and that is kilometer. So 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. Now we can repeat all our measurement activities using a standard scale and measure in SI units. Before we do that, we need to know the correct ways of measuring the lengths and distances. Okay, children? So, now the correct measurement of length. In our daily life, we use various types of measuring devices. We use a metric scale for measuring length. A tailor uses a tape, whereas a cloth merchant uses a meter rod. For measuring the length of an object, you must choose a suitable device. You cannot measure the length of a tree or the size of your chest using a meter scale. For instance, measuring tape is more suitable for this. For example, measurements such as length of your pencil you can use as 15 centimeter scale. You can use a 15 centimeter scale to measure the length of a pencil. Okay. In taking measurement of a length, we need to take care of the following. So this is very important, the 3 rules which we should follow while taking the measurement. Okay, so what is the first one? Place a scale in contact with the object along its length as shown in the figure. So whenever you have to measure any distance or length, the scale should be in contact with the object. Okay. In some scales, the zero mark is missing. Okay, the ends are broken. So you may not be able to see the zero mark clearly. In such cases, you should avoid taking measurement from the zero mark of the scale. You can use any other full marks of the scale, say 1 centimeter. So suppose they are using 1 centimeter to measure to start with. Okay, so you can do that. You can use 1 centimeter to start with. Now, then you must subtract the reading of this mark from the reading at the other end. For example, in figure 10.8, the reading at one end is 1 centimeter and at the other end is 14.3 centimeter. Since you started from 1, not from 0, so from 0 to 1, that is 1 centimeter is missing, that you have to minus. So 14.3 minus 1 centimeter will be 13.3 centimeter. Okay, children, this was the second point to be taken care of while taking the measurement. Correct position of the eye is also important for taking the measurement. Your eye must be exactly, okay, in front of the point where the measurement is to be taken, right? So this is the incorrect position. A is the incorrect position. This is the incorrect position. Okay. And the third point, I think it's here. You can see. So if you're measuring from here, so you can see you can't keep yourself on the corners. You have to be in proper position of the scale. So the distance, so children, correct position for taking the measurement is position B, that you can see in the diagram. You can see here this position. This position B is the correct position because you are right in front of the scale. If you'll watch from here, you may give wrong interpretation. Here also it might not give the correct answer. So your position should be absolutely correct, right? So these are the three reasons for the measuring of the reasons. These are the three rules for the correct measurements. All right. So this activity 3 we have deleted because this is again the measuring of the height for the children that you can do on your own, and this is not a the same thing you are doing as you measured the thing. The measuring of your height you can do by using the scale, and once you are done with the measuring of the height, you can you now you have a standard scale to measure, so the measurement will be absolutely correct. In the next period we'll see the measuring of the length of a curved line and also moving around, as this is also very easy, and some different types of motions, right? So three different types of motions we'll study: rectilinear motion, periodic motion, right? Oscillatory motion, uniform and non-uniform motions. We'll learn about all this. Random motion. All right.